Byron, present your complaint.
Chairman Fangsworth, council members, Ravenoff has violated Articles 2, 3, and 8 of the revised Vampire Accord. On multiple occasions, humans have disappeared after visiting Ravenoff's nightclub, O Positive. In an attempt to limit our possible exposure, the Council Investigative Unit was charged with determining the cause of the disappearances. During the investigation, we discovered several human remains, drained of blood and with obvious fang wounds, left in a remote area near the home in which Ravenoff has been known to reside. We have reason to believe that he's been holding humans captive for the purposes of feeding. In addition to the location of the bodies, we also found his scent pervaded the remains. I don't need to remind the council what could have happened had the human law enforcement been the ones to discover the bodies. In an attempt to question Ravenoff concerning the discovery, we dispatched 2 investigators to question him on the night of the 7th. In a blatant attempt to buy time, allowing him ample opportunity to remove possible evidence, he killed 2 of his own species, respected fellow investigators, and destroyed their bodies.
If the bodies were destroyed, how do you know they're dead?
Their ashes were found in the wooded area behind the home in which Ravenoff has been residing.
Ravenoff, how do you plead these charges? Not guilty, Chairman Fangsworth, council members. These are very serious charges, and though you are well respected, Ravenoff, we can't take a blind eye to these offenses. You will remain in custody. The trial will commence tomorrow at sundown. Cobalt.
I heard. Did you expect this? All this?
No, I didn't. The Article 2 charges are the most damning.
That's the death of 2 ticks, right?
Yes.
Do you think Byron killed the investigators and planted the remains on your property?
No, I dispatched them. They lured Landry outside. I knew they'd set a trap, but I didn't know until this moment that the trap was actually for me, and I jumped headfirst right into it.
I know ticks get all pissy when one of their own is killed, but you're part of the Prince's security squad. Doesn't that mean anything?
Apparently not. The Prince is away. I don't think the timing is a coincidence.
Are they planning a coup?
Could be. We'll have to try and get word to the Prince. If any of Byron's co-conspirators are on his security team, he could be in danger from his own team.
If they're ultimately after the Prince, do you think Landry is still a target?
Yes. I was sitting with Landry, out in the open, at my club. They've probably got witnesses or evidence of us together. It's a direct link, which would lead credence to their other claims.
Yeah, and Landry can corroborate that they weren't investigating shit.
It's not that simple. Byron could claim that I've wiped Landry's memory and planted my own version.
Don't you guys have elders that can tell that sort of thing?
It's invasive. They'd have to inspect every memory, every thought Landry had ever had to look for gaps of time. I won't subject them to that.
But it would clear you.
This isn't Landry's fight. I can't allow them to be violated like that.
Your principles are going to get you killed one of these days.
There's worse reasons to die.
So how do I contact the Prince without alerting his security squad?
I've been thinking about this. There's a healer off of Spellcast Road. She may have a blood bond with him.
What if she's part of Byron's team?
It's possible. She has a history with Counselor Bleak. Alexander is Bleak's son.
Bleak is a piece of work. I didn't know he had offspring. Poor kid.
He doesn't publicize it. Alexander is part human.
What's it matter?
It doesn't. Not to anyone with a brain.
So that rules out Bleak.
Yes, it does.
What's the connection to him and the healer?
She tried to mentor Alexander, but Bleak worked behind the scenes. It depends on who you listen to as to where the story goes from there. Either Bleak and the healer tried to keep the kid out of trouble, or the healer tried to mitigate the sabotage that Bleak was perpetuating behind the scenes.
So it could go either way.
Pretty much. I should probably warn you, she's difficult. I recommend going there shortly before sunup to limit the chance that she could call in reinforcements and acquire Landry.
What the bane? You think I'd let Landry be acquired, as you put it?
Not by choice. If I did, I wouldn't have asked for your help.
Yeah, whatever.
Try to get the message Iscariot to the prince, and I'll try to figure out who on his security squad is likely the betrayer.
All right. How you gonna do that?
I'm being held in the council chambers. All of our historical records are housed here.
Searching thousands of scrolls. That's worse than death. Good hunting.
Good hunting to you.
Landry, we need to go visit a tick healer. No, Rav is fine. He thinks she might be able to get a message to his prince. I know he told you not to leave the house, but you can't stay here alone, so you're going with me. He also said you're supposed to do what I say, and I say you're coming with me. Come here. Why? Why are you so annoying? I told you, we have to see the tick healer. Where are you going? Get back here. You will stay within arm's reach the entire time we are outside this house. You got it? What don't you understand? Humans. How do you live being so clueless? Where's teleport? If I have my hand on you, then you'll come along for the ride. Heard that, did you? Well, Rav's a good guy, but he doesn't trust what he doesn't know. No, ticks don't teleport. It's safe. He worries about you way more than makes sense. No offense, you know, but you could get him out of custody if he involved you. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. It doesn't matter. He won't allow it. I will use this gag if I have to. Time isn't our friend. The prince needs warned, and there's only me to do it. So stop blathering and get over here. That's better. You all right? You look a little green. Put your head between your knees. It passes.
Cobalt, I told you not to do that to Landry.
What? I told them beforehand. They're fine. Go back to your scrolls. Here it is. I can sense the power. Hey, Rav. Speak of the devil. Alexander is here with another ware. Yeah, there's something different about the ware. I've never scented this before. It's not a wolf. I'm not sure what it is.
Pull back. Protecting Landry is your number one priority.
All right. Landry, let's go across the street, get a cup of coffee. We can watch the shop and see what's happening.